Alrighty, and welcome back to another week of the NFL. And after a wild week of football, it's week 11. And, well, who didn't watch that Bills-Vikings game? I know some people probably didn't watch it, but if you did, you know what you saw, you know what you watched the entire last 20 minutes of that game, maybe last 30 minutes, but still. Very entertaining football game. And I'm going to try to do as fast as I can with this. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. And it's going in order as of that. We've got the Panthers at the Ravens. The Panthers winning on Thursday night. Baker Mayfield returned. And, they won against the division champs as of then. That were so not. And then the Ravens, I believe, I think they were on a bye. They were on a bye, and they won the week before that. So I haven't seen the Ravens in a long bit. Have we not? At least I haven't. I'm going to pick the Ravens to win this one just because they got a better overall team and just a better overall system with John Harbaugh. I mean, Baker Mayfield's going to be back. This game's going to be a close one. It's going to be a little higher scoring than normal. It's going to be in the 20s, maybe close to the 30s. But the Ravens come out on top victorious. And next up, it's the Bengals at the Steelers. The Bengals were also on a bye. I believe the week before they played the Panthers. Won that game in a blowout victory. And the Steelers played against the Saints, set them out in the second half. Pretty uninteresting game, if I'm going to be honest. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Jamar Chase is still out. So it may be kind of hard for them to win. But I believe they're going to do just enough to win. I believe they're going to get on a bit of a win streak here. In the next 2 weeks, they're going to play a hard team again in the Chiefs. And they're looking a lot harder than they were last year. They were 5-4 at this point last season. So they might get, like I said, a bit of a win streak again. Do a little bit of something. But they sweeped the Steelers last year. I believe they're going to get a win this year and keep on that win streak for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And next out, we got the Commanders at the Texans. This was supposed to be a game I'm supposed to go to and watch live. No, sorry, Bob. Now, right about now, I would have said, hey, you know what, maybe so. But Chase Young is supposed to be back, so maybe it kind of made a mistake, but I don't know. The Commanders shocking everybody except for Alex Smith, who actually picked the Commanders himself, and actually he picked them to upset them and finally make them not undefeated. And the Texans, being the Texans, losing to the Giants. I mean, I think I picked the Giants to win in real life, which means before the season started. So, but obviously, Commanders, they're 5-5. They've gotten back to 500 earlier than they did last season. They could go on a bit of a win streak and make a sneaky playoff push. They're right now the 8th seed in the playoffs. If they had 8 teams in the playoffs, and the Texans are the saddest team in the NFL right now at 1-7-1. Could have been 2-5, 2-6, but decided not to be that way. And the Texans are looking to do something here. But I will pick the Commanders to go above 500 for the first time this season. Actually, the second time this season. And they could be on a bit of a win streak throughout this. This game might be a little lower scoring just because, but I believe if Taylor Heineke's starting, this team is going to be to shoot out like a cannon against the Texans on Sunday. Speaking of not undefeated teams, we've got the Eagles at the Colts. The Eagles, everybody was quiet. Nobody even, you could hear a mouse. You could hear a pin drop in that stadium almost. And they lost because they're not undefeated anymore. And they're still the 1 seed. However, they try to go 17-0 this season. They might go 16-1. But I think they're going to lose maybe 1, maybe 2 more games. I doubt they're going to lose 4 games this season. It's because of how dominant they've been this season. Now, the Colts could potentially make a big upset. They were favored by 11 points to the Commanders. They lost to the Commanders because of one stupid mistake made at the end of the game. And the Colts winning against the Raiders, shocking everybody, making Derek Carr cry at home. And this game could be pretty big. And you know what? I still don't see them winning. I see the Eagles bouncing back in a big way. The biggest way possible, actually. And it's just because, we can't see this team lose 2 straight. We didn't really want to see them lose at all this season. We knew it was bound to happen eventually. We just thought, hey, man, you know what? Eventually somebody's going to lose, and then somebody's going to fall. The Colts are going to keep close with this team. I believe it's going to be a little lower scoring. For my opinion, it's going to be lower scoring. Other opinions, it might not be as lower scoring. And the Eagles are going to bounce back in a big way on Sunday. And next up, we got the Browns at the Bills. The Browns losing in a blowout loss against the Miami Dolphins, who said they were going to the Bahamas this week. By the way, they're at the top of their own division at this point in time, which is something to behold, that the Bills are third in their division. Speaking of losing in a way that they could have, should have, would have won. Which means they could have, should have, would have won in the most die-hard way that they could have lost. By 17 points that they were up by, and then they just dropped down by. But they lost in overtime by 3, and it was a great overall game to begin with. I do see the Bills bouncing back. I believe this might be a close one because in a couple of weeks after the Tampa Bay game, which they kind of have to win that one, then they're going to get Deshaun Watson back, and they have to win out. They got to win out if they want to make a playoff push. Now, this could be the season that they're just, going to have to, sacrifice because they hadn't had Deshaun Watson all year. They had Jacoby Brissett. They had a winning record at the beginning of the season, and they just lost 4 straight. So that's the reason they're not going to make the postseason this year, maybe next year. So the Bills win in a big way. And next up, we got an AFC East battle between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. And the Jets, I believe they were on a bye week. And so were the Patriots. Yeah. But they played good teams last week. They played the Bills, winning in a big way. They played in a big way as well. The Jets are looking for possibly another upset. They got beat by this team, but because they were leading by 10 points, and they lost by a little bit less than that, by 5. Here's how it's going to go. I believe they will split the games between each other this year. I see the Jets, they won on the road against the Packers that they were not expected to win against. And then look what they did against the Patriots in the first half. They almost won. Without Breece Hall, they've been doing pretty good this season. Their defense is showing out in a big way. They want to make it to the postseason. They've got to win more games, though. No team has guaranteed themselves a winning season yet. The Eagles almost did, but every single team's got to guarantee themselves a winning record this season. And the Jets are trying to do that, and the Patriots are going to do this. And I know I'm going to make this wrong because I went 7-7 this week because a bunch of games went wrong and right. And just all around bad at the same time. But the Jets are going to win this, and I hope it gets this one right because I don't want to miss another game. And now a battle of the AFC West between the Raiders and the Broncos. The Raiders losing in an upset, which would seem that like Jeff Saturday might be the best coach of all time. And the Broncos just losing in a very ugly game, just all in all. And then around the same time that the Bills went to overtime. So, hey, at least something happened. Now, who do I see winning in this? I mean, I'm just going to tell you straight up. I see the Raiders winning because Derek Carr is so proud of his team that he wants to win so badly. Now they typically have to win out on the season to even make a promising push to the postseason in their own conference, which could not even welcome a 12-5 team at this point because, to be honest, it could welcome a 12-5 team, maybe a 10-7 team. However, I do not see the Broncos winning because Broncos, they could not find any kind of thing. They lost Bradley Chubb in a trade. They're trying to make something out of their defense, which is very good. However, losing pieces, they're not going to make it to the postseason. I don't see the Raiders making the postseason either. Raiders win, though, in a big victory that they kind of need. And next up, another AFC West battle between the Chiefs and the Chargers. Sadly, this is not a battle for first place. The Chiefs, 7-2, winning in a big way on Sunday. I kind of watched the game a little bit. I saw the Kadarius Toney touchdown. I saw the Chargers on Sunday night. Went down the field, scored on their first drive of the night. Did not score a single touchdown the rest of the afternoon, the rest of the night, which was kind of sad. Now the Chiefs, they can win this one. The Chargers, with Justin Herbert, have never won at home. They've always won away. They have a chance to win with Justin Herbert at home for the first time since he's been there. Here's the thing. I sadly do not see them doing that. I see them losing the same way they did on Thursday night last year. It's going to be a little bit more dramatic, though, because the Chargers might get some pieces back, just not as many as they kind of need and kind of want. However, they will win more games throughout the rest of the season. They get to play some pretty good teams, pretty bad teams. I mean, they might get to easy one with the Raiders and the Broncos, just saying. But, yeah, Chiefs win, but it's a close one on Sunday night. And now the Thursday night game between the Titans and the Packers. The Titans winning in a low-scoring battle. And they have not scored more than 17 points in the past 2 weeks, by the way. I think the past 3 weeks they have not scored more than 17 points, which is kind of good, kind of bad in a way, but still it's just all around. The Packers winning in a big way, came down from 14 and scored 17 in the game. This could be a sneaky good game. I do see the Packers winning, actually. I see them winning in a big way that they kind of need this win. Because they're 4-6, their team is 6-3 because of the bye week. They need to start winning. If they want to win that division, they need to start winning. However, I only see the Vikings losing maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 2 more games, maybe 5, maybe 4 more. I mean, if other teams get lucky, but no more than that. But the Packers win in a big way. And now on to another game, which could be another good game for the week. The Cowboys at the Vikings. The Cowboys choking away a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. They have never done that in their history till now. The Vikings coming back down more than 14 points, only hold the Bills to 3 in the second half, including overtime. The Cowboys, they got a good chance of winning this game. They do not want to lose it. Vikings, going to 8-2 on the season, it would not be bad. But if they get to 9-1, they clinch themselves a winning record along with possibly maybe even the Eagles. And saying and doing this is a big step forward for this team. Now, I do see the Vikings winning this game. I wanted to pick the Cowboys, but the Cowboys, they should have won last week. Because next week, they do get to play the Giants, which could be a good one to watch. Because they could be underdogs in that one. And they don't want to be underdogs against a team that they beat on Monday night. So, whatever happens, happens. I think the Vikings pull this one out in a close victory. Next up, we got the Bears at the Falcons. Why'd I say it like that? Anyway, the Bears, I think they could have, would have won that game. I forgot who they played. No. They did not play the Dolphins. They played the Lions, which they should have won that game in long. And a big point of view, they should have won that game. Justin Fields went off. And here's the thing. I have them winning that game because Justin Fields is going to go off. The Falcons have one of the worst defenses in the league. This is going to be a high-scoring game like the past couple of weeks have been for the Bears. The Bears, they pulled off an upset against the Patriots. I mean, the Patriots could have been favored by heavier than that. But they still lost. But yeah. And honestly, if the Falcons win this one, I believe the Bears would be kind of cry upset. So, like Derek Carr. Anyway, Falcons win. Bears win kind of a big way. Kind of an upset too. And now, a battle of both teams you did not see want to lose is the Rams at the Saints. The Rams, they need a win. They got to go on the road again to play the Chiefs, so they kind of got to win this one. And then the Saints, another big loss for that one. This could have been a good game. However, it's not going to be a good one because Cooper Kupp is gone. Why did I pick them now? Like, seriously, why? Can I change it? Oh, good, I can. Okay. So, here's the thing. Oh, I can't. Okay. Well, I can't. All right, I'm going to pick the Rams because I can't pick another game. So, I'm going to pick the Rams. And just for information, that's probably going to be a miss as well. There's a lot of these games. But Rams win and a needful win without Cooper Kupp. And now a battle between the Lions and the Giants. We get to watch this game this coming week, by the way. So I think we're just lucky that we get a doubleheader twice. So the Lions, they won in a big way by 1 point. A comeback victory against the Bears, who had the lead. And then, of course, we got the Giants that are 7-2 on the year. They're better than the Cowboys. I believe they're much better. They're a second-half team. This could be a very a sneaky good game in the afternoon, which could lead me to picking the Giants. However, I see this being a closer one than normal, in the 30s maybe in the 40s if we're lucky. However, the Lions, they could fall, but they really can't fall that much. So, Lions lose and Giants win. Just all-around pandemonium in this league this year. Pretty much. And now for the last game of the week, the Monday night game. It's between the Niners and the Cardinals. The Niners. Winning, kind of a comeback victory. They win in an ugly way. The Cardinals won in another fashionable way, actually, if you want to get real. This could be another good game. It's an NFC West showdown. This team plays in 2 weeks, I believe, the Dolphins, so they've got to get ready for that one. And I pray to God that we watch that one. Anyway, I'm going to pick the Niners. Smiling, by the way. Because they're looking for a ring. Right now, they're looking for a ring. Yeah, they're 5-4, but still, they're looking for a ring. Yeah. I can't do it because I got a camera. That. All right. Let's see if I can do it right here. Can you see that? Looking for a ring. I want to get that out now. Anyway, looking for a ring. I think they want a big win. They're going to get it. Anyway, thanks for watching another week of NFL football. If you did not watch the last one, well, you missed out. If you missed out, well, before I go, just forget that. Trying to find the Vikings looking up. I need to, one day, I need to come in here, which is probably going to be next week. I need to come in here and get this stuff all organized. There they are. If you watched this game last week, then you probably know what happened. The 33-30 matchup, bad threes, by the way. If you did not watch that, you need to go watch the highlights right now because Lord have mercy on your soul. Just look up the Justin Jefferson catch, and the first thing that will pop up will probably be that. Anyway, thank you for watching. 21 minutes. I mean, I could have done a lot better, to be honest. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next week.